Part B. Directions. This part of the test consists of extended conversations between two speakers. After each of these conversations, there are a number of questions. You will hear each conversation and question only once, and the questions are not written out. When you have heard the questions, read the 4 answer choices and select the one, A, B, C, or D, that best answers the question based on what is directly stated or on what can be inferred. Then, fill in the space on your answer sheet that matches the letter of the answer that you have selected. Don't forget, during actual exams, taking notes or writing in your test book is not permitted. Now let's begin Part B with the first conversation. Questions 31 to 34. Listen to a conversation on a college campus.
Excuse me, I'm trying to find my way to Reynolds Hall.
Reynolds Hall? I don't think I know where that is.
I'm looking for an exhibit of graduate student paintings. The campus newspaper said it was in Reynolds Hall.
Oh, now I know where you mean. Everyone on campus just calls that the art building.
So how do I get there?
Go straight ahead until you come to the main library. You'll see a walkway leading off to the left. Go that way and then past the chemistry building.
Let's see. To the library, take the walkway to the right and then...
to the left.
To the left. And past the chemistry building.
That's right. And then you'll cross a little service road. Walk just a little bit farther, and there's the art building. You can't miss it because there's a big abstract metal sculpture right in front of it.
I think I've got it.
I hope you enjoy the exhibit. Usually the graduate student exhibits are very interesting, and I've heard this one is especially good.
Actually, the main reason I'm going is that my sister has a couple of paintings in the show. I wanted to take a look at them.
Number 31. Why was the woman at first confused when the man asked her for directions? Number 32. According to the woman, what is directly in front of the art building? Number 33. What can be inferred from the conversation about the man's sister? Number 34. What is the woman's attitude toward the man? Questions 35 through 38. Listen to a conversation in an astronomy class.
Professor Carmichael, I'd like to ask a question. You just said that, according to Einstein, nothing can go faster than the speed of light. Is that right?
Yes, Ted. That's what Einstein said, and most scientists agree with him.
Then does that mean that we could never build spaceships to go to other stars?
Well, let's think about it. Do you remember how far it is to the nearest star?
I think you said a few days ago that it's about 4 light years.
About that. And how fast does light travel?
Around 186,000 miles per second.
Yes, and a light year is the distance light travels in a year. Imagine that. A light year is the equivalent of almost 6 trillion miles.
But what if we built a ship that could go almost as fast as light? Then we could get to the closest star in 4 or 5 years.
That's true in theory. Unfortunately, there are no spaceships that can even approach the speed of light. Even if we built ships that are much faster than the rockets we have today, it would probably take hundreds or thousands of years to get to the closest stars. How could you carry enough fuel to last that long? We'd need a completely different method of powering spaceships.
So you're saying that you don't think people will ever be able to travel to the stars?
Well, I don't want to say never, Ted. Who knows what kinds of scientific breakthroughs there will be? But I think, for the foreseeable future, there will only be starships in science fiction movies and books.
Number 35. What had Professor Carmichael been talking about when Ted asked her a question? Number 36. If a ship could travel almost as fast as light, how long would it take to get to the closest star? Number 37. According to Professor Carmichael, what must be developed before ships can travel to the closest stars? Number 38. How does Professor Carmichael characterize travel to other stars?
This is the end of Part B. Go on to Part C.